Would you like some good quality anime merch? Well, you can get that from our sponsor today, Beautiful Halo, link in the description. And on your next $49 plus order, get 5% off with the code MEME, and $99 plus order with code MEME for 10% off. Welcome back, guys. This is THEKINGofWEEBS here, and this is what if Naruto had all the Bijuu part 2. I know it's been literally a month basically, and yeah, sorry guys, I just had to do a few things, a few new what ifs, and my channel's kind of gone a bit well, you know, my analytics have gone a bit lower during my break, so that's why I've been tryharding. And plus that 3 videos a week, really I didn't enjoy it, and you guys didn't enjoy it. I can tell because of my well, analytics going even further now. But it is what it is. Now I will continue my daily uploads because I just checked my social blade, and he said that apparently by December 30th I would have 13,100 subscribers. I'm like, my goal is 10k, but if I can get that, even better. Let me try in it. So I might as well just upload daily, and plus during the holiday time I'll upload twice a day. And yes, I will be tryharding, but of course I will still have to do my work and everything. Anywho, now last time we left off with Naruto and well, Team 7 actually training for a full month and doing missions at the same time. And just saying, this what if might get a bit fanfiction-y, depends on how I feel during Shippuden and that. But if not, I'll just keep it as usual what ifs. I try to keep it as realistic as possible. But if I want to make it a bit more fanfiction, I might. Anywho, now Team 7 trains until a month passes, and even Sakura here is much stronger, since Naruto actually trains both of them in both taijutsu and ninjutsu with Kakashi. Sakura actually knows a few ninjutsus from Kakashi, and Naruto actually teaches a few fire release ninjutsus to Sasuke. Of course, Naruto is actually a fire release master because of Matatabi. Anywho, now Naruto and Team 7 are kind of bored of D-ranked missions, and they want a C-ranked or a B-ranked. And so they go ask the Hokage, even though Naruto knows that they shouldn't be doing it. He knows that his team is ready. Well, his teammates are ready, and Kakashi is more, and already knows that his team is pretty freaking strong, especially compared to the other Jonin teams. I mean, Genin teams. And if the Hokage actually understood that Team 7 is pretty strong, especially after seeing Naruto and Kakashi being pretty freaking OP right now. Naruto and Kakashi, Naruto, Kakashi, and Team 7, the other 2 members, pretty relevant for now, but still, they of course get the same mission as in the original, you know, the Zabuza mission, and so they head off the next day. Of course, this time, Tazuna has nothing to say about this team because they all look pretty freaking strong. Now, Naruto is actually pretty stoked that he gets to go on harder missions again, since he's been missing them quite a bit. But here's what it is. Naruto and the rest of the team get ready, and yeah, the next morning they head off, and this time Naruto is actually on guard, and he's going to show his teammates what he's truly capable of. And as soon as he actually notices the demon brothers that actually appeared, his 2 teammates actually took the spotlight and annihilated the 2. And of course, they found out about this mission being a B or an A ranked mission, and basically Kakashi still says that they have to go back, and then Naruto's about why. Look, these 2 were able to take out 2 Chunin level ninjas, and they were even faster than me at reacting. But of course, Naruto really wasn't taking this mission too seriously. He didn't know it was going to be a B rank mission, because if you knew it was going to be a B rank mission, he wouldn't have took it. So, like, you know what I mean. Now Naruto actually convinces Kakashi and Team 7 actually head off with the Tazuna, and of course they still get intercepted by Zabuza, and Kakashi takes on Zabuza. But this time, since Zabuza and actually knew that knew Kakashi was pretty strong. I mean, sorry, since Haku knew that Kakashi was actually pretty strong, as soon as Kakashi was starting to get a little bit of the upper hand, he actually came in and was about to kill Kakashi on the spot. But then Naruto actually created a firewall around him from long range, like he was some kind of mage. Naruto was like firewall, and basically then a massive fireball appeared around the Kakashi, and Kakashi was protected from the Senbone. And then Naruto blitzes Haku, and literally Haku realizes and body flickers away, and Naruto says interesting. And Zabuza tried to slice through the firewall, but of course he couldn't because Naruto's firewall was too strong. Of course, Naruto clicks his fingers and lets out, and Kakashi comes out the firewall because Naruto and Kakashi actually have some sort of chemistry together on fighting, and Kakashi realized that this must have been Naruto since Naruto's fire is blue unlike a normal fire. Anywho, now Naruto and Kakashi were fighting together, and Naruto told his team to actually take care of Tazuna, while he's actually gone to fight Haku and Zabuza. Of course, Haku had to fight against the Jinchuriki of all the tailed beasts, and Naruto was pretty freaking strong even as a 12-year-old, but the thing that he lacks in is experience. Even though he has had a lot of experience, Haku has had experience in killing in cold blood, and once Haku actually saw an opening, he took it and used the ice mirrors, and Naruto was pretty perplexed and he's like, wait, what? And as soon as Haku realized that Naruto let down his guard, he threw 3 Senbone at Naruto's neck, trying to actually kill him because he knew that this guy was a threat to both Zabuza and him, and he had to get rid of him as soon as possible. And as soon as they hit, Naruto didn't collapse but looked at Haku and said, do you really think that's all I can do? Do you think my guard was down? And basically, as soon as he says this, the 3 Senbon actually fall, and Haku can actually see a little glowing chakra on Naruto's neck, and it was red. And yes, Naruto's actually using the chakra from the tailed beast to actually protect himself, just like what happened against the fight against Sasuke in the Valley of the End. How Sasuke tried to Amaterasu Naruto's arm, but Naruto actually used the chakra cloak, not even the KCM, literally the cloak chakra, to get rid of it. Yes, he did basically that, but he used just a tiny bit of it, and Haku realized that Zabuza was about to die. So what he did is that he actually blitzed past Naruto. Naruto, who was ready to kill him, actually was on guard, and this time he was actually following Haku at top speeds just like he is, and realizes that he's too late. Of course, Zabuza gets saved by Haku and they retreat. Naruto's like, god damn it. And basically after this, Kakashi actually drops to the floor, and basically now they go to Tazuna's house. And of course, Naruto still meets, Inari, and that thing happens between Naruto, Inari, and basically Team 7, how they tell him that he's not the only one suffering, and basically blah blah blah, Anywho, now Naruto and Team 7 actually take a rest this whole week because they know that they're actually pretty strong, and they're strong enough to actually take on, Zabuza and Haku, and so they actually take the break. And Naruto, during this break, he actually goes off on his own to actually meditate in the woods. Yes, literally, Naruto wants to meditate and wants to spend some time with the tail beasts, but of course, he gets not distracted. He literally breaks out of his concentration because he actually feels someone walking towards him, and basically of course it was Haku, and Haku still talks to Naruto just like in the original, how he told him about his basically loved ones, and Naruto never the only people he actually enjoyed spending time with was pretty much his team, his full friends outside his team, and his sensei, and of course the Hokage too, since the Hokage helped him throughout his life, and you know what I mean. Anywho, now Naruto, who was talking to Haku, of course, Haku was giving him an inspirational speech, and Naruto's like, oh yeah, I should do that. And basically now Haku has to leave, and basically Naruto says goodbye, and yeah, of course now Naruto goes back, and in the end they still have to fight again, because irony in it. Anywho, now Naruto and Haku actually face off against each other, and basically Naruto told them that Haku is way too strong for the two of them, so they should stand back. And just saying something I didn't tell you guys, I'm pretty sure I didn't mention this, but Sasuke actually has the two-tomoe Sharingan by now, and that is all thanks to Kakashi's and Naruto's training, because they pushed him to an edge, and basically Sasuke really needed to get stronger. Anywho, now Naruto and Haku fight off, and during this fight, Naruto could feel something familiar about this well, strange, well, mysterious person, and Naruto instinctively literally just says Haku while they were fighting, and Haku's like, I don't know who you're talking about, and you should have let your guard down. And basically Naruto's like, I'm not letting it down, I'm asking you if you're Haku, tell me. And basically Haku's like, no, I am not the one that you're talking about. Why? And basically Naruto's like, why are you lying to me, Haku? Tell me the truth. And basically Haku then continues by saying, no, I am not the person who you think you are. And Naruto's like, oh really? And literally blitzes Haku. Haku didn't even notice Naruto blitzing him, and literally took Haku's mask off. And basically Naruto's like, I knew it, Haku, why are you doing this? And basically Haku then tells him that his loved one is actually, you know, Zabuza. And Naruto's like, if he is, why didn't you just tell me? We could have actually I could have helped you. Could have helped you come to our village and not work for people like Gato. To kill people, you guys kill for survival, don't you? How about you just come to the Leaf Village? There, you can actually protect people and survive. And of course, you're risking your life for other people, but still, it's better than killing innocent people, isn't it? And basically, Haku's like, yeah, but if only Zabuza wants. And basically, Naruto's like, alright. And literally blitzes towards Zabuza, who was actually about to get Chidori. And basically stops the Chidori, and basically Naruto then tells Kakashi that maybe these mans can actually come back. Maybe these two can actually be helpful for the Leaf Village. And Naruto is not only saving a friend, but he's also helping out the village at the same time. And basically he tells the plan to Kakashi, and basically Zabuza is like, do you really think I'm going to come with you lot? And basically Naruto's like, well, if you don't, we'll just kill you and take Haku. And basically Zabuza's like, I will not let you take my tools away. And basically Naruto's like, widens his eyes and says, tools? Is it? He's your tool. And basically laughs and literally blitzes Zabuza and puts him to the ground and says, yeah, if I can do that to you, what can your tool do to you? And basically to me. And basically then Zabuza's like, Haku, come and help me already. And basically Haku declines, saying that he wants to go with them, and he pleads to Zabuza to go with him. And basically Zabuza's like, if you want to go, you can go, I don't want to go with you lot. And basically Haku gets saddened, and basically Naruto's like, no, if you don't come with us, we'll just have to kill you. And basically Zabuza's like, no Naruto, it's fine. And basically Zabuza then well, of course Gato appears, and Gato tells them about, you know, he was not going to pay them at all, and he was just trying to get rid of them in the first place. And yeah, Zabuza's like, hey kid, is that offer still on? And basically Naruto's like, of course it is. And basically then Zabuza's like, well, in one condition, help me beat the shit out of Gato. And basically Naruto's like, yeah, sure, he's a cunt anyway. And basically they both well, him and Zabuza actually stand in a line, while Kakashi is actually standing back, because he doesn't really want to waste chakra on these lot, and he'll allow his decent Naruto, Zabuza, and Haku to handle it. And Team 7's just watching. Well, the other two members of Team 7, they see Naruto actually getting ready, and they've seen some of Naruto's feats, like being able to beat someone like Haku. And even Sasuke knows that he is nowhere near Haku's level after seeing how Naruto fought, and Haku being kind of being able to keep up. And just saying, this is not Naruto's full power. Naruto could really go all out and annihilate, literally destroy, but still he doesn't want to go all out here. And anyways, now Naruto, and Zabuza and Haku actually go and try to, they all actually go ahead and blitz Gato's men, and one by one they start killing them. And Naruto's like, is this all you can do? And basically he gets bored of it and says, everyone stand back, I'll finish this in one move. And basically he actually blitzes Gato, and throws him towards Zabuza, and Zabuza catches him because Gato's pretty short, and he actually says, he actually says, everyone get back, and basically he creates a tail beast bomb, yes, but it's actually a condensed one, which means that it's actually smaller, and literally throws it like a ball, and it explodes. Isn't literally like what I mean small. When I say small, I mean like marble small, not like a tennis ball small, because that's like a small Rasengan, and a tail beast bomb at that size could do damage. Anywho, Naruto literally throws a marble worth of a tail beast power, and literally explodes and creates a pretty big crater. Even though they were pretty far away, they could see the explosion clearly, and they were like, what the hell, Naruto, what did you just do? And basically Naruto's like, there's no need to worry, I won't do that to you guys. And basically they're all confused, and only Kakashi knows what he truly did, and Sasuke wanted an explanation, same as Sakura, but of course Naruto wasn't willing to give them an explanation, saying that this is his own secret. And basically then Sasuke says, but we're a team, remember? And Naruto's like, I'll tell you in secret, not now though. And anywho, now Naruto and Team 7 and Haku return, and also Zabuza return to the Leaf Village, and of course Zabuza and Haku are accepted as two Jonins in the Leaf Village, and Naruto is pretty happy for Zabuza and Haku, and they both thank Naruto. But of course now Naruto has to train for the Chunin exams, because Kakashi actually told his team for once, and he didn't waste time, and he told them that they need to train if they want to enter the Chunin exams, and they're like, yeah, sure, we'll train. And so they began their training on their own. Of course, Naruto actually trains with his friends. Not only he doesn't train with his team here, but he actually trains with his friends. Yes, literally. Yeah, he doesn't care about his team right now. He wants to train a bit more with his mates, not mates, friends. And so he actually begins his training with his friends. And of course, he's going to train them just as much as he trained his team. And they were pretty grateful for Naruto's help, and literally they were all ecstatic that they can all train with Naruto, and just saying now Naruto actually begins their training, and just saying it's literally just Choji, Shikamaru, and Yumi. I'm pretty sure Yumi's here, and yeah, so after this 2 weeks pass, and Yumi and Shikamaru and Choji are pretty freaking strong. I'd say they're already tuning level, high tier tuning level, not just normal tuning. And yeah, Naruto's of course is literally a Johnny level from the very beginning. Literally, like my guy, he has all the tail beasts, and yeah. So now that Naruto is ready, he goes to his team, and basically he sees Sasuke, and Sasuke's like, oh, so you didn't come late this time, Naruto. Naruto's, I'm never late, and basically Naruto is pretty late with them. Anywho, now that Naruto's here, they actually enter the Chunin exams, the Chunin exam building, and they realize that there is a Genjutsu, and Naruto's interesting, and literally gets rid of the Genjutsu real fast, and yes, Naruto actually thing is immune to Genjutsu here, and says, yeah, I'm good, bro, I don't want to be in a Genjutsu, and says goodbye to it, literally annihilates the Genjutsu. And now that the Genjutsu is taken care of, Naruto and Team 7 actually go off on their own to actually go to their rooms. But of course, they get intercepted by Lee, who actually challenges Sasuke, and this time Sasuke, being smart, he declines, since he has been trained by Naruto and Kakashi, and he says, no, I am not going to show anyone my skills before the Chunin exams actually begin. And basically he's like, fair enough, I'll fight in the Chunin exams, of course. But of course, this is just a foreboding. If you guys don't know what foreboding is, it's a thing. It means it's like foreshadowing, which means foreboding is when you foreshadow a bad thing happening. Anywho, now I don't want to get into English right now, and I love English, just saying. Now Naruto, who is ready for the Chunin exams, and he's been pretty stoked about it for the past however many weeks, and however many years he knew about them, but he couldn't take them because he didn't have a team. Now that he can take them, he's pretty hyped, and so he actually tells his team that they cannot fail this. This is he wants all of them to pass in the first try, and says that both him and Kakashi trained both of them, so they should both be able to pass easy, literally, because they've been trained by Kakashi and Naruto, who has all the Jinchuriki. And basically this kind of puts a bit of pressure on Sakura and Sasuke, but Sasuke wasn't planning on failing this exam. He needs to pass this to prove himself that he's actually going to be stronger than Itachi. One day he's going to be able to beat Itachi. But of course he's kind of jealous of Naruto being so strong. And just saying, Naruto didn't actually tell them about Naruto being the Jinchuriki of the nine-tailed beasts, because he doesn't want to scare his his teammates off, since he doesn't know if they're scared of tailed beasts, or if they lost anyone precious to them because of them, and he doesn't want to lose the trust of his teammates. Anywho, now Naruto, who actually made up an excuse, saying that this is a technique that he learned on his own during his training with Kakashi, and they wanted to learn it, but Naruto then says you need immense amounts of chakras just like me, and they're like, what? And Naruto's like, yes, I'm an Uzumaki, and yeah, whatever. Naruto just waffles a bit. Anywho, now the Chunin exams truly begin, and yeah, of course, now the Chunin exams began. They Naruto and of course Naruto's team passes easily, and Naruto actually is pretty smart. Even since Kakashi trained him, he actually taught him a lot of ninja skills, or basic ninja knowledge, and this was enough for Naruto to actually pass with flying colors. He actually beat Minato's score, because Naruto's actually very, very smart here. Anywho, now that Naruto is done with this test, he's just waiting to find out if his teammates passed, and they better have passed, because Naruto would be pretty pissed off if they didn't. And so now Naruto's just waiting and waiting until basically the results come out, and basically Ibiki tells them about the results, and he says that Team 7 passed, and Naruto's pretty gassed about it. And so now Naruto so alright guys, now and basically tells them a plan about the the forest of death. Anywho, now that Naruto told them about the plan that they're going to fight together, of course Naruto they enter, and he still needs to go to do his business, and tells them that they'll do it as soon as he comes back, but tells them to go ahead, and apologizes for him being so unprofessional, but it is what it is. They don't really care. They hate to win, and it's fine if Naruto just needs to do this. It's not like he's holding them back. Anywho, of course this was a mistake from Naruto, because he does not know who's hiding in the shadows. And of course you guys know who's hiding in the shadows. It's Orochimaru. Yes, Orochimaru. Yes. Anywho, now Orochimaru actually appears and still tries to steal Sasuke's body, and not steal, literally gives him the curse mark and goes off on his own. And Naruto, by the time he arrived, he sees Sakura on the ground and Sasuke on the ground too, and luckily he kept the scroll, and basically now he wakes up Sakura, and he's like, what happened, Sakura? And basically Sakura's like, we've been attacked, and basically tells that Sasuke has been bitten or something by a snake-like being or person. And basically Naruto's like, what is this, what's going on here? And basically of course he doesn't understand perfectly, but of course he wouldn't understand. He doesn't really know about Orochimaru being in the Chunin exams. He wasn't told that something like that, like this could have happened. Like, no one told him that Orochimaru would actually come to the exams or something. And of course he doesn't know about Orochimaru yet, of course, and he never really got to fight him. But of course he takes his team to shelter behind a tree, and of course the sound trio actually come up to Naruto's team, and they're like, give us Sasuke, and basically Naruto's like, no, and annihilates all of them. And Sasuke, once he wakes up, he actually sees Naruto and tries to fight Naruto. And Naruto's like, what's wrong, Sasuke? What happened to you? And basically Sasuke's like, shut up and fight me, and literally has markings all around his body. And Naruto's like, oh really, you want to fight me, not Sasuke? And basically Sasuke's like, exactly, don't hold back. And as soon as he says this, Naruto's like, I won't, and literally knocks Sasuke out within one shot. And Sakura's like, wait, what? He just knocked out Sasuke so quick. And she wasn't expecting Naruto to actually be this strong, but it is what it is. Now Naruto, who takes well, the the sound trios, the scroll, he actually takes it away from them. And of course Sakura and Naruto head off to the the building that they were actually meant to head off after getting the scrolls. And of course Naruto actually deciphers the thing that they were meant to do, open the scroll. And Sakura's like, are you sure? And Naruto's like, trust me. And yeah, now that's done. Of course the next part of the exam, and of course Sasuke's actually got the same exact seal as in the original. And yeah, so the next part of the exam begins, and that goes exactly the same, just that this time Sakura actually wins, and Kiba loses, just like in the original. Naruto annihilates him with more finesse. And here something that is different is that Hinata actually gets a double knockout against Neji. Neji actually respects Hinata and realizes that hard work actually works out, and it's not all about destiny. And yes, Hinata is this strong, and the only reason I'm doing this is because of plot convenience. Of course, now that everything is done, of course, still Lee got annihilated, just that this time Hinata didn't get annihilated as bad as in the original. And Hinata was pretty happy that she actually has a good relationship now with her cousin, and she was really ecstatic about it. But is what is that's irrelevant right now. Now Lee, who has been hospitalized, of course Naruto goes visit him because he felt sad about it. And of course once he actually arrives, he actually sees Shikamaru. And Naruto asks, hey Shikamaru, what are you doing here? And basically Shikamaru's like, oh, I've been following that Garo kid that did this to Lee. And yeah, he's been acting pretty suspicious. He's actually lurking around Lee's room. And basically Naruto got a bad feeling here, since remember he is a sensory type ninja. And so he actually says, come with me. And think Shikamaru's like, what? And follows him anyways because he trusts Naruto. And basically they actually arrive to see Gaara trying to kill Lee. And they're like, what are you doing here? And basically Gaara's like, god damn it, why are you here? And basically Naruto's like, get out of my way, and literally kicks Gaara out of the room, and basically tells him to never come back to this room ever again, or he'll kill himself. Anywho, now just saying, of course the 1 month training actually began. And Naruto actually still hasn't begun his training, but of course on the same day he actually begins it. And just saying, this is the first day. And yeah, now Naruto still meets up with meets Jiraiya for the first time. And yes, Naruto gets trained by Jiraiya. And yes, Naruto is pretty freaking strong now that Jiraiya actually trained him. And he actually was able to perfect his taijutsu abilities that he never really perfected fully. Even though he had Son Goku as a teacher, still he can't really spar with him since Naruto can't let them out yet. Remember, they're in one big cage. I'm pretty sure I said that. If I didn't, I'm sorry. But they're in one big cage and they can't get out since Naruto doesn't have the key and he can't let them out. Anywho, now that Naruto has trained with Jiraiya, he has a lot more skills in his arsenal. And yeah, so Naruto, who Naruto actually still learned the Rasengan here, something I forgot to mention. And yeah, so after this Naruto actually goes off on his own. And Jiraiya leaves, remember, right before the Chunin exams. And Naruto's pretty saddened that Jiraiya can't come to see Naruto fight. And Naruto doesn't really know about Jiraiya's true identity, about him being his godfather and everything. But Naruto is like, alright, go do your job, whatever you have to do. But once you come back, I'll be Chunin by then. And basically Jiraiya's like, you better be, and leaves. Anywho, now Naruto has motivation to actually become Chunin. And actually his first fight is against Sakura, yes, Sakura is actually pretty strong here. She's actually high tier Chunin level, and Naruto won't go all out against her, but still, her punches are actually really strong. And something she doesn't know, she actually trained with Kuronai since except for Shino, who doesn't train with her. Passed. Well, none of her team passed except for Shino, and Shino didn't want to train with her because he didn't have anything to learn from her. Sakura actually trained with Kuronai, and Kuronai this time actually accepted, since none of her team had to wanted to train with her, and wanted training from her, since two of them didn't pass, but the other one really doesn't need to get trained by her, and so she trained Sakura, and Sakura knew and actually learned an A-ranked ninjutsu, one of the strongest ever A-ranked ninjutsus made, and basically she actually uses it against Naruto, thinking that she's going to win this fight easily with this genjutsu, and then basically after this Naruto actually fakes that he's actually asleep, and Sakura thinks she won, and as soon as she said yes, I won, Naruto said, you shouldn't underestimate me, Sakura. And Sakura then looks back, and Naruto actually is still awake, and Sakura's like, wait, what? And Naruto says, as I told you before, when I was teaching you with Kakashi Sensei, never let your guard down. And Sakura's like, wait, what? And as soon as she says this, Naruto punches her in the gut, and she gets annihilated. Yes, Sakura got thing put to sleep, and real fast. And yes, Naruto won the fight with one punch, pretty much. One Punch Man 101. Anywho, now I don't like One Punch Man, just saying. Now that Naruto won the fight, the next few fights go the same. Of course, Sasuke still comes late, but this time Sasuke actually has the Freetomo Sharingan, and he actually has trained with Kakashi for a while now, a full month, of course, and now. Basically, once he arrives, everyone's pretty gassed that Sasuke finally arrived, since he was the main reason why most of the feudal lords actually came to see how the last surviving Uchiha in the Leaf Village fights. And of course, Sasuke is pretty freaking strong, especially because he got trained by Kakashi. But of course, they don't know that Sasuke's teacher is actually Naruto as well, not only just Kakashi. And yeah, whatever. Now Sasuke's fight goes the same way as in the original, and yeah, here the fight goes here the attack goes the same way. Of course, the Hokage dies, Naruto still Taka no Jutsu Zagara, and the only reason I'm skipping this fight is because it's not really that relevant. Anywho, Naruto, now that he wakes up, and basically they have the third Hokage's funeral, and now they need a new Hokage. Of course, Jiraiya got actually asked by the Leaf Elders, but he declined, saying that there's someone more capable than him to be the Hokage and more competent, and basically then says that he'll bring back Tsunade to for the village. And basically once he tells Naruto's pretty freaking pissed off, because Naruto's like, why the frick didn't you take the opportunity, Jiraiya Sensei? And he calls him Perfect Sage just like in the original, but of course Jiraiya then says, I couldn't. I am not qualified enough. And basically Naruto's like, what do you mean you're not qualified enough? You're one of the strongest people I've ever met. You're probably just as strong as the Hokage. And then basically Jiraiya's like, don't say that, Naruto. I'm nowhere near Sensei's strength. And basically Naruto's like, if you're not near his strength, then why? Basically then Naruto says, stop underestimating himself. That's what I meant, sorry. Not why. Anywho, now basically Jiraiya and Naruto actually leave to actually go find Tsunade, and yeah, of course, once they actually find Tsunade doesn't want to come back. No, sorry. I completely forgot about the attack on the by the two Akatsuki members. And anywho, of course, Naruto still gets attacked by not Kakashi, and Kisame and Itachi, and yeah, so once they actually found Naruto, they were like, you're coming with us. And Naruto's like, wait, what? Who are you guys? And basically Naruto didn't know who they were. And basically he's like, why should I go with you if I don't even know who you are? And basically they're like, just come with us, Naruto Uzumaki. And Naruto's like, F off, and basically tries to attack them. And Kisame blocks, since Naruto actually went for Itachi. And now basically, of course, Sasuke arrives and screams out Itachi's name. And Naruto's like, Sasuke, what are you doing here? And basically tells Sasuke to get out of the way, because he can feel that these two are actually pretty freaking strong. And Naruto doesn't want his teammate to get hurt, and basically tells Sasuke to get out. And as soon as he says this, Sasuke gets annihilated. And basically, of course, Naruto was pretty pissed, but he had things to worry about himself. He had things to worry about. He was about to get annihilated by Kisame, and basically Naruto's like, get him away already. And basically Kisame is like, I'm sorry, kid, but I cannot allow you to go away. And basically Naruto's like, you're so annoying, and literally creates a wind style Rasengan, which he was actually training in. And as soon as he actually smashes it into Kisame wasn't expecting this to be this strong. And not only does Guy actually come in, but also Jiraiya breaks in, and Kisame gets sent flying. And Itachi realizes that he's in trouble. Two OP ninjas are here now, and he really doesn't want to fight them. So he actually takes his Akatsuki teammate and leaves with it, and tells Naruto that well fought. And basically he praises Naruto, and Naruto's like, why would he praise me? I'm not sure, but okay. And Naruto's like, what? Why is he praising me? Wasn't he trying to capture me a second ago? And basically Itachi is only praising Naruto because he was happy that Naruto got rid of this man. And Naruto actually injured Kisame gravely, and so of course Itachi had to go back to the Akatsuki hideout and heal him somehow, and of course asked the Akatsuki to heal Kisame. And once he was healed, Kisame actually says, God damn that kid. And just saying, while this was all happening, of course Tsunade got brought back by Naruto and Jiraiya, and of course they still had the fight against Orochimaru, and that went the same way, but it is what it is. Now Naruto, who of course actually went to visit Sasuke. Sasuke was pretty pissed off that his brother was after him, but after Naruto, but not him. And he's like, God damn you, Naruto. And basically, of course, he still left the village, just like in the original. And sorry, he left the village comes afterwards. I keep forgetting. He still had the fight against Naruto, and Naruto literally did nothing, and actually tried to dodge everything. But of course, when Sasuke actually got out his Chidori, and it was pretty freaking strong, he could see that it was strong because Sasuke's Chidori actually went red out of nowhere, and that was only because of his anger. And Mano Chakra report, yes, Sasuke's Chidori goes red whenever he's actually tryharding, and he actually added the fire release to it, and it was just a red lightning. Anywho, now Naruto, who actually needed to protect himself, actually used he actually, what he did is that he just used the sorry, all he did is that he used his new technique, the what's it called? I keep forgetting the name, the wind style Rasengan. And he didn't actually try to hurt what's my English, man? He didn't want to hurt Sasuke, so he actually went easy. And what he did is that he created it into a vacuum cannon, so he can actually just literally just push back Sasuke. And Sasuke was pretty pissed that he got blown back so easily. And now Naruto looks at Sasuke and tells Sasuke, what's going on, Sasuke? Why do you want to fight me so bad out of nowhere? Can you not wait after you're cured and you're recovered? And Sasuke's like, just fight me now, Naruto. Don't piss me off. And Naruto's like, what's wrong with you, Sasuke? And of course Kakashi actually comes in now, and basically now he tells Sasuke off, and Sasuke's like, you guys don't understand anything, and basically just goes off on his own. And Kakashi says, I'll handle this, Naruto. I'm sorry. And basically Naruto's like, don't worry, Kakashi sensei. And he goes and talks to well, you know, Sasuke, and Sasuke is pretty pissed off. And basically now is like, hey Sasuke, if you want to be as strong as Naruto, you just have to train harder. You don't have to be jealous, Sasuke. And Sasuke then says, do you think I'm jealous? Why would I be jealous of such a loser? And basically Kakashi says, then why do you want to fight him so bad? And basically Sasuke says, you don't understand anything, Kakashi. And basically Kakashi then of course after this Kakashi gives him this speech. And I'll roll it right now. Thank you Words Beyond Fiction for letting me use this.
What's this all about?
Sorry, but I knew you wouldn't want to sit still for a lecture, so I figured I had to pin you down. Let it go. You've got to forget about revenge.
What?
Believe me, in this work I've met a lot of guys who feel the way you do. Trust me, for those who follow the path of revenge, it never ends well. You'll only tear yourself apart. And even if you succeed and you get your revenge, what will you have then? Nothing. Emptiness.
Shut up! What makes you think you know anything about it? It's easy for you to talk. You have no idea!
Easy. Just try to calm down.
Maybe if I was to kill the most important people in your life, everyone who's ever meant anything, maybe then I'd listen to you. Because maybe then you'd have some idea how I feel.
It's an interesting theory, but I'm afraid you're a little late to put it to the test.
Anywho, after this, Sasuke still leaves the village just like in the normal way, and Sakura's pretty saddened by this, and Naruto actually tries to follow him. But here, Naruto actually had problems trying to bring back Sasuke. Of course, everything goes per normal until Sasuke's and Naruto's fight. Yes, I'm going to be a bit vague here because I really need to do this quick because I have so much schoolwork. I'm sorry guys if I'm rushing this, but the series needs to be ended because I have been prolonging for for too long, and I'm going to finish it by tomorrow. Anywho, by Thursday this should be finished. Well, by Friday, sorry. Anywho, now Naruto, who was following Sasuke, tells him to stop, but of course Sasuke, who just saying, Naruto still had to fight Kimimaro, but Naruto was able to kill Kimimaro on his own and literally just go away hands like following Sasuke. But just saying, Naruto went through serious injury, and none of the Jinchurikis, well, none of the Tail Beast's powers could actually heal Naruto except for the Nantos, and the Nanto still wasn't cooperating. And I'm only doing this for plot convenience, and it is what it is. Now Naruto, who has been following Sasuke and losing blood at the same time for a long time, Naruto's starting to lose vision because he's getting tired from the blood loss, but he's still way stronger than Sasuke. Even in Curse Mark 2, Sasuke stands no chance. Anywho, but of course there is something that Orochimaru actually planned to happen, is that Naruto was going to get Naruto was gonna get jumped by Kabuto, just like and actually use Kabuto's going to have to use the chakra scalpels to actually cut off Naruto's limbs. Well, actually put Naruto out of commission, and basically as soon as this should happen after Sasuke starts fighting him, and while Naruto and Sasuke are actually fighting, well, of course, sorry, what the hell, fam? Kabuto, I completely forgot his name for some reason. Kabuto will come in while Sasuke and Naruto are fighting, and he will have to take out Naruto and then bring Sasuke to him. And of course this happens, and Naruto was like, what the hell? And basically now he was pretty confused on what just happened to him, but of course he sees Kabuto's face and he's like, it's that guy again. And basically, then he faints, and basically Sakura, actually went with Kakashi this time. Sakura wasn't actually allowed to go with Naruto here, and because Naruto said no, he doesn't want anyone else to get her. And Yumi actually replaced Neji. That's something I forgot to mention. And so everyone was injured, and Naruto wasn't even able to bring back Sasuke. And so of course sorry, of course Jiraiya still tells Naruto to give up on Sasuke, and Naruto says, no, I will never give up on Sasuke. And basically, Jiraiya says this next quote, and I want to thank...
Forget about Sasuke. He's gone. Sasuke went to Orochimaru of his own free will. No matter what you do, he will not change.
But Sasuke is...
Trust me, you should just forget about bringing him back. It's the tragic path of self-righteous fools.
He may mean nothing to you, pervy sage, but Sasuke is my friend!
Can you honestly call him a friend? Just look at what he's done to you. He was destined to leave sooner or later. Don't blame yourself. Dismiss him from your mind and move on. To be a ninja, you need more than strength and jutsu. You must acquire the judgment to make the right decisions. If you want to live as a ninja, you must become smarter. This world is no place for a fool. That's the reality.
I understand. If being smarter means what you say it does, I'll remain a fool my entire life.
Anywho, after this, Shippuden begins, and not begins. Naruto goes on the 2.5 year training, but this time it's not Jiraiya and Naruto, it's actually Haku, Jiraiya, and Naruto. Naruto actually asked Haku if he could teach him how to, if he could actually come with him in the 2 year training weeks, 2 year training, and if you can teach him how to use ice release. And basically, Haku doesn't know about Naruto being the Jinchuriki of the tail beast, so there is a possibility that Naruto could actually learn it. And of course, Naruto over these 2.5 years learns a lot of things, and he's actually able to master the Rasen Shuriken, the Vanishing Rasengan, the Vanishing Rasen Shuriken, and all the other types of Rasen Shurikens I ever gave him. He masters them too, and also he does actually learn how to use ice release. And 2.5 years later, Naruto actually returns with Haku and Jiraiya, and of course he meets up with Sakura. And Sakura, of course, they have the reunion. And I got a call. Yeah, after this, now after the reunion, Naruto, of course, Team 7. Of course, it's just Naruto and Sakura. They actually redo the bell test, and Kakashi wanted to... they wanted to test out how Naruto would do now against Kakashi, and they did a lot better, even though there's only 2 of them. And then the next day, of course, since there is no 1000 Gaara, that's something I went wrong with. Of course, something that I forgot to mention before is that Gaara doesn't have the one tails, and I did say Taku no Jutsu, and the only reason I'm saying that is because Gaara still got neglected by his parents and everything, and so that is why Naruto gave him a speech that he's not alone, he's there too. He's always been neglected by everyone pretty much, and he barely has any friends, and if he wants friends, he can be his first. And Gaara still becomes pretty much OP. Gaara really never needed a Shukaku to be as strong as he was in the War Rock, so in the War Rock he'll be the same strength, and it's mostly because Shukaku never cooperated with Gaara, so technically it doesn't matter. Anywho, now Naruto, who, since the Akatsuki are actually all after him, Naruto is actually protected by everyone, and The Akatsuki actually attacks the village. Naruto actually then realizes that he is a target for the Akatsuki, and he needs to take these two Akatsuki members away somewhere else. And of course, Naruto actually with Haku and the Kakashi and also Jiraiya, who was actually still in the village, they all fight the two Akatsuki members, and basically Naruto says that if they want to fight and if they want to capture him, they should get out of this village. And basically the two actually obliged, because then Naruto because then they wouldn't have let Naruto fight, and well, they want to capture Naruto as fast as possible, but it is what it is. They just say, alright, cool, calm, let's go, bro, we don't have time to waste, let's just do it. And basically Naruto takes them to somewhere secluded where the fight against the well, you know, the Valley of the End, they take them there. And of course Naruto begins their fight, and they all, well, dash at each other. And of course Naruto, who has shadow clones, he actually destroys Sasori's shell, and they find out who Sasori is. And of course now the true fight begins. Since Haku, Zabuza, yes, Zabuza joined too, Kakashi and Jiraiya there with Naruto, it's gonna be a hard fight for Deidara and Sasori. And so Sasori in the end still gets killed, just like in the original. And before he dies, he actually gives Naruto a little note, and basically Naruto's like, cool, and basically then goes to fight Deidara, who Deidara really was in the ropes. And so he actually decided to use his C4 bomb, or well, C4 technique, and basically it was pretty much over for the ninjas, according to Deidara. Deidara's like, I don't care about the tail beasts anymore, I'll kill you with me. If I'm going to die, you're gonna come with me. And basically, of course, now Naruto realizes that if he could protect himself, but he could actually he could get the others killed. So Naruto actually looks at Haku, and Naruto and Haku actually come together, and basically they both say ice style, ice palace. And basically as soon as they say that, was a massive ice wall, well, not ice wall, an ice dome, which they called it a palace because it was so big, and it was just as big as a palace, you know what I mean, a castle. And yeah, so the explosion happened, and the ice actually got destroyed, but it protected the people inside it. So technically it wasn't it was all in vain. Deidara killed himself for no reason. Anywho, now Naruto goes back to the village and still talks to the Hokage about this thing. And basically Naruto, during this time, he actually trains on his own. And of course the last 5 days before going to Orochimaru, he actually spends his time with the Yumi. Yes, the ships is happening. Yumi and Naruto actually spend their time together, and they're bonding. But of course Team 10 is sent on a mission, and this is the death mission for you know, Asuma, since Team 10, well, Kakashi and Hidan were actually heading towards the village. So this mission was going to be a lot harder for Team 10, since on the way to the mission, of course, they well, meet up with the you know, Akatsuki members. Remember, I'm pretty sure the reason why is because the monks that the Hidan and the Kakashi killed were acquaintances of Asuma, and that's why Asuma got the gift of the sages. I'm pretty sure. I forgot the name, but I watched it when I was 6, so please guys, allow it. Anywho, now Naruto, who now it's the day that Naruto has to go, and Naruto, Yamato, and Sakura and Kakashi go together. And Yamato is actually put here because no one really knows about Naruto being able to use the Jinchuriki's powers well, because I mean, not Jinchuriki, Tail Beast's powers, because Kakashi tells them that he can use it, but they can't really trust the Tail Beasts. But Naruto tells them that to trust them, but of course they don't want to risk anything. And Naruto understands, and the Tail Beasts are kind of pissed that they don't believe in them. But of course Naruto then says, "Wait, hold up, nah, it's fine. Look at that one, the nine-toed fox. That prick hasn't been talking to me in a while." And basically he's taking the piss, and basically like, they shouldn't trust him, but they should trust us. And basically Naruto's like, yeah, true. And the Naruto's are sharp, fam. You guys were all as bad as me, so shush. And basically now Naruto goes off to find Sasuke, and Sai was actually put on this team as well, something I forgot to mention. And yeah, so now since there isn't much to do, well, since no one can really capture Naruto, and Hidan and Sasuke were killed, they actually sent one of the strongest members of the Akatsuki and Hidan, and of course there's going to be a few changes. And this is where I'm going to end off. I hope you all enjoyed. Please take care, stay safe. This was the King of Weebs, and don't forget to follow Shoko on Instagram, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, join my Discord server, and also subscribe to my second channel, you know, the Shokiro. Well, it's called the King of Fools now, link in the description below, and don't forget to use code MEME for 5% off on your next $49 plus order, and 10% off if you order more than $199 plus. And anywho, if your order's $99 plus, code meme, remember. And anywho, now also subscribe to Kazama, Ratreet, and Minimum 123, and peace, my ducklings. You're dismissed.